Car. First of all, let's go to your winter. It was a little bit different for you this year because after many years in MX2 you were preparing for your first rookie season in MXGP. Just how did your winter go and your first feeling on the 450?
Yeah, it was quite different. 450 is much stronger, but I trained a few trainings with the 350 and I felt immediately comfortable. So when I came to the 450, I was feeling good. Just more power, and I was gelling with the bike. So the winter went pretty good. And yeah, it was good. I was enjoying.
And to me, like, you're a smooth rider, like you're not that aggressive, so in theory you should suit the 450 more. Does it feel like that? Although at the same time the level in MXGP certainly isn't easy.
Yeah, I would say it suits me more than 250. So yeah, I'm more like a calculated guy, smooth and not so aggressive. So the more power 450 suits me better. So I would say it's better for me, but for sure I think there are more top guys in MXGP, so it's not easy to be top 10 all the time.
And just what's it like racing MXGP compared to MX2? I mean, as you said, the level's very high in MXGP, but at the same time I feel like there's maybe, because everyone's a little bit more experienced, there's maybe a little bit more respect out there. In MX2, if you get a bad start, maybe a bit more chaos.
Yeah, it's kind of chaos everywhere. It's just everyone wants to be in front, so it's not easy in MX2 or MXGP. But yeah, I would say they have a bit more experience and it's harder to pass them. So yeah, if you get a bad start, it's for sure much harder.
And obviously you've got a very, very privateer setup. It's pretty much just you and your father, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you deserve a bit more respect what you're doing. Just two people coming to 20 GPs a year, and not only that, but being quite competitive. It's not easy.
Yeah, definitely not. We do actually everything alone, even the suspension settings, suspension service, everything. So for sure, I mean, at least now at the end of the season, I was 3 times in a row, fourth in time practice, like behind the top guys, so less than a second behind actually. So I'm pretty close with the speed, just need to get this speed to the races, it's not easy.
And I mean, what's it like for your dad? Without him, would you even be out doing this? I mean, obviously he works in Slovenia, so in between each GP you have to go home, he has to work. Sometimes I think you even have to travel yourself to the races and then he meets you there. It must be pretty stressful for him, and you must appreciate everything that he does for you.
Yeah, it's definitely stressful for both of us. It's not easy to do job and then be a mechanic and then train and everything, going to the races, the traveling. Yeah, it's definitely not easy. So definitely it's my top priority to come to a factory team. So it's gonna be easier for both of us. And
obviously you do flyaways as well. When you go to a flyaway, it's pretty much only factory guys that go. A lot of people probably think you're crazy, going from Slovenia to do this as a privateer. What's it like, and do you get that much support? I mean, I think you get in front give you so much weight, and I think it's very stressful to try and keep it within that weight, so at least you get your bikes there for free, sort of thing.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I go to the sponsors at the beginning of the season, and I say I go to all the races, and they respect that, and that's why they support me. And if I say I go to all the races, I go to all the races, even if it's expensive. So for now it goes pretty good. So it's definitely much more work with organizing everything. I have to send all the emails and stuff. So yeah, it's not easy, but it's like an experience, so it's not so bad.
And a lot of people think, if you're not racing a factory bike, you don't make any money at all in MXGP, but I think probably due to sponsors and stuff like that, you do make a little bit of money. But obviously, I'm sure you want to earn more and really make a job out of this, so it's not just you and your dad.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to make money for sure, but yeah, if you have the good sponsor behind you, you can make some, but of course you cannot be rich from it. Yeah, it's a tough sport, top guys in the factory teams, they earn pretty good money, but if you're not there, it's really difficult. So yeah, I hope the sports grow even more, and even the privateer guys can live by the racing.
And is there anything you'd like the organisers to change to help guys like you to stay in the sport? I mean, prize money for a start. Is there anything else that you'd like to see change?
I mean, I think just if some prize money would be much better. Like probably something like they have in US. It's just, you know, even the 20 guy gets pretty good money, so it's then much easier to like, let's say, to get even for the transport, you know. At least that is good. So yeah, I would hope that can happen, but we will see.
And obviously you go back to Slovenia pretty much between each GP, most of them anyway. I mean, what's it like in Slovenia? Are there that many tracks to ride? And I'm assuming all the tracks are there are hard packed, so you don't get to ride that much sand, which must make the sand GPs very tough.
Yeah, we have some good tracks. I mean, it's not so important that it's like big jump and stuff. It's important that they rip the track, that the track is like hard to ride. So it's not bad. I train sometimes with Tim, so that's good too. But yeah, we have 0 sand tracks. The closest sand track is like 3 hours away or even more. So yeah, we don't train that much in sand, and of course then it's not so easy.
And I was going to ask you about Tim. Obviously, I think his track is the other side of Slovenia, but you do get to go there sometimes, I think, and ride. What's that like going there to ride? And obviously you ride, I'm assuming you ride closely with Geyser though in these days. What's that like? Obviously it must help putting the laps in with him.
Yeah, of course. I mean, when we go, it's not so close, almost 2 hours, but we train together. We do like always 30 minutes motors, and yeah, it's just I try to be as close as possible to him. He tries to be as farther away from me, and I think it works for us.
And just on the future, I mean, I assume you would like a winter, you know, maybe based in Belgium. That would probably be the dream in terms of improvement, because your hard pack's already good.
Yeah.
But obviously if you're staying in the same team and stuff, that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, it's difficult, you know. It's my dad doesn't have the time, and yeah, I will try this year to go for a few weeks, at least to Sardinia.
Okay. Maybe
alone or get someone to go with me. So I get that little bit more training to understand, because I think that's my weak point for now. So yeah, if I can be both races, sand or hardpack in the top 10, I think I can be really competitive.
And I mean, have you got any offers for next year? What's it looking like? I mean, I'm not sure what you have to do to get a team, so fingers crossed in the future you can get one and it'll be a little bit easier.
It's not easy to get a factory team, you know, a lot of good riders in MXGP. Yeah, I get some offers, but I don't know yet anything. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be the same as next year.
And like in terms of maintaining this and sustainability, do you think you'll be able to do this long term with the structure you're currently in? Because it must be pretty difficult.
I mean, yeah, for now, for sure, at least 1 year, maybe 2, but much longer than that, I think is too much. So yeah, it's definitely a goal that next year I do as soon as possible and get the factory.
Perfect. Thank you very much.